Hello everyone, it's Soleil here. Today I'm going to be making a new journal that I want to send to my friend, and I am using the Carta Bella En Vogue collection. Remember, if you've been watching my video, I bought this as part of my Mother's Day present for myself, and I am now finally getting to use it. I had so many stuff that I needed to make and I wasn't able to use this paper collection yet, but I'm now really going to use it and I'm very excited. So to make a journal, I need to make my cover base. So I'm going to tell you guys the measurements and the step-by-step in how I'm going to do this particular cover for my En Vogue journal that I'm making. So I decided that I would like my book to be 8 inches height and 6 inches wide. And so I had to cut 2 cardstock, and as you can see, I always recycle my cardstocks that are attached to the paper pads or from a sticker packaging, all sorts of things like that. So this one was from a DCWBV paper pad, and I have cut 2 sheets measuring 8 by 6, so 1 and 2, as you can see. And then for the spine, I am doing the spine a little bit different way. So normally I would cut like a 2-inch or a 1.5-inch spine and then have it in the middle, and then I would have like a 1/4-inch gap between the spine and the covers. But today I have decided to do something very different. So as you can see, I have these score lines in the middle of my spine. Can you see? And what I've decided to do is I cut out a 2 by 8-inch cardstock, and I have scored every second line of using my scoreboard. I scored down every second line for the 2-inch strip that I cut out. And then I have folded it like this to give myself a rounded spine. You see? Normally when I make a book, I make it all like a hard spine in the middle as well. But I wanted this journal to have a softer look, and so I made it like this. So then I ended up with having 1, 2, 3, 4 score lines on my spine, and it created this lovely rounded look. So I have attached 2 of the cardboard that I cut out onto the edges of this spine, and so I've done that just using a glue. And now what I need to do is cover this bookcase. And because I'm using an En Vogue collection, I decided that I want to cover using this particular image. And I want to also have this Paris paper like this. I want my cover to look like that. So because I want it like that, I've decided to cover the base of the book with the black paper. So I went through my paper collection I have and found this. Now this is a paper from a Kaiser Craft, and all I've done so far is, because all the scrapbook papers are 12 by 12 inch, so originally it was like this, 12 by 12, and what I did was I measured how tall the paper needs to be so I can cover it. So I did that, and then using the guillotine had this piece left over. But as you can see, it's not big enough to cover the entire journal cover. So this piece that was once attached to the top like this is now going to be attached like this. So what I did was grab double-sided tape and stick it right against the edge of the paper. So now I'm just going to take that off. And then I'm going to attach this paper onto here, making sure there's no double-sided tape sticking out, because sometimes it doesn't go on there straight. So I've got nothing sticking out, okay? So now I'm going to attach this piece of paper on here, like this. And then I'm just going to use my score tool and really do this. Push it down. And now I can just cut off this excess. I'm just going to quickly cut that excess off, but I'd have to do it this way. I'm just going to quickly cut that bit off. So now I have this to cover my book cover, my journal cover. See, now I have enough piece of paper covering the whole area. But because I wanted the middle spine part to be rounded and soft like this, remember I told you I scored it, so I had to do the same scoring for the middle of my page. So I took this paper to my scoreboard and did the same thing. You probably can't see, but I did the same thing and then got myself a rounded paper like this. So now what I'm going to do is I pre-added the double-sided tape on here. So now I am going to take this off and attach the spine bit first. Take this bit off. And I'm gonna I had some double-sided tape there. Do that. So now I might have to just take this bit off too. But I don't want it to be fully attached, so I might just cover that back. So I'm gonna attach the spine sticky part to this bit here. Now I'm going to just make sure that I'm lining it up well. So I want these scored lines to match the score lines here, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. I need to make sure that I am giving enough space. Okay, so then I put it down. This. Now I'm showing you step by step just in case you guys want to make something like this as well. So, just doing that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna turn it around and go over the score lines. I'm just going to fold all the score lines again with the base, so it's still nice and round. So I'm just doing that again. So it's all, the middle part's all on there. So now I need to take these double-sided tapes off, and then in the middle I'm not going to cover it with the double-sided tape because it's going to take up a lot of double-sided tape. And honestly, you guys, I really, really hate peeling off the double-sided tapes. So I'm going to start with this side. I'm going to just glue like this. Now, if you want to make sure to cover the entire area really nicely, you can use a brush to add the glue. But I just sort of can see where the glue's going, so I just stick with how I normally like to do things. I really don't enjoy peeling this part off. I do have an ATG gun, but I realized that it's really costly for me to use this ATG gun here in Australia because the refill's expensive, and I just use it up so fast that I just gave up on that. So now I'm just going to let go of this piece of paper and then attach it. Okay. Rub, rub, rub. What I'm going to do, I should have done that area a little bit better, but anyway, what can I do? Still good, so I'm going to take this bit off. Take this bit off. Oh, I'll tell you a funny story. I downloaded this video editing app from the App Store, and I tried to edit one video, and luckily this video that I had made was quite a short one. And I tried to edit it, and guess what I did, guys? instead of saving the part that I really needed to save, I chopped it all off and deleted it. So guess what I told myself? Never to do editing again until I am super confident. So I won't be editing my videos for a very long time. So now I'm just going to push this down. Okay, so do that. Okay, so now it's all on there, and it opens up nice and flat. So when I attach my signatures, all the pages are gonna lie down nice and straight, and which is how I really like it. And I really like this rounded look. Okay, so my next job is to cut the corners. And the reason why I have to cut the corners is, you know, when you fold it like this, there's gonna be this thick part that's gonna overlap. So what I do is leaving a tiny bit, so instead of cutting right against the corner, you have to leave a tiny bit at the top. So I just do that, you see? So you do that to all the corner. Okay, so that's what I do. Okay. That. And then I use my score tool to go along the edges. I don't think you have to do this part, but I like to do it. It helps me fold better. So I just do that. And I really like using the Kaisercraft paper for my journals and book covering because it doesn't tear easily. Like when I use the Maggie Holmes paper, when I crease it, it often rips. So I don't really like that, but Kaisercraft paper is really good quality and I really like it. So then I just do that. Okay, I'm gonna do this side too. And then you can use a glue if you want to, but sometimes glue doesn't glue it well. Doesn't hold it as well, but I know this glue is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this Elmer's glue all. Oh, but then I realized I also am using the Yoo-Hoo glue. My husband found the Yoo-Hoo glue when I wasn't going anywhere. Well, I'm still not going anywhere except for the school. But you know, like the really crucial time when my kids had to be at home during the COVID-19 stay-at-home online learning phase, my husband, I asked him to find me some glue because I was running out. And that's what he found. It's gonna stick. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do this. Okay, scrap that idea. I might stick with this. I think it's not a good idea to use the glue for this part, I'm thinking. I think if I had the patience, I probably could. But because I'm doing a video, I'd rather not. Okay. I'm gonna do this instead. Okay. Okay, I kind of wasted my glue. That's okay. I just really wanted to show you guys how I do this cover. And I'm also going to show you guys the papers that I'm going to choose to put in for my signature in my next video. So you guys know what the processes that I go through to make a journal. If this one, I think I'm going to do 2 signatures. I like to do 1 or 3, but for this particular one, I decided to do 2. Okay, so now I'm gonna push it down like this. Yeah, I like fast results. I don't like slow results. I like fast results, so glue wasn't really the best choice for this video. I'm making sure that, yeah, still closing nicely, yeah. Okay, so next one, I'm gonna do it on this side. I really love the ATG gun. It's just the refill is just crazy price here. Like if I had to keep buying it, that would be nuts. That's why I gave up. And I really like this Daiso double-sided tape that I'm using. It's such a good quality. I really, really love it. If you guys haven't tried the Daiso double-sided tape, you should, because it's really good price and it's really sticky. So you do this. And then this side now. Oh, this is going to be too fat to do that bit. I might just have to use a glue for this bit, because I didn't make it wide enough for the side. So I'm going to have to hold it down like this. If you're using a glue, you're going to have to push it down like this. So I'm going to do that, hold it a bit, and so it gives time for the paper to grab hold of the other paper. So I'm just going to do that. And then inside the cover is also going to be covered as well. Okay. I'm going to make sure, now because I used the glue here in the middle, it's a good idea to wait for it to fully dry. But I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to place it. Okay, so I'm going to place that there like that. And then I'm going to place this. So this is, this page was a long strip of this beautiful shop scene like this. And then I just cut it into the 2 rows. And then I cut it down to select the image part, the section that I really wanted to use. So I did that. So, and then I'm going to place that here. At first I thought I'm going to put it right in the middle, but I decided that it looked nicer if I have it a little bit towards the top. So I'm going to do it like that. And then, so this one here is 1 inch tall, and this is 1.5 inch tall. And so it goes like this. So I'm going to put it like this, and then you can see a bit of a black edge around as well. So that's going to be my cover. So, making sure my glue is dry, but it's not quite dry down here. That's okay. I am still, so I'm going to attach this. And the other side had a park scenery, which the part that I still have, I have a 8 by 12 inch size still left from this scenery paper, and I am going to use that as well. So making sure that what I've cut out is going to give me enough space. Okay, so I'm going to put that like this at the top, and then I'm gonna glue the next section. And Carta Bella paper has such good quality. I really, really love the thickness of the paper. Like this, and I'm gonna attach it to right against the bit that I cut off. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm going to attach the other bit, other strip of paper. making sure the Eiffel Tower is standing tall, not upside down. Okay, so like this. And now I have to wait for it to dry. So I can just leave it as is. But you know how I love using the branding strips as well. So this is the branding strip that came off this pattern paper, right? So I was looking at it and I'm thinking, I really like that pattern there and the color and all, and I really like that writing there. So I decided to add this to the middle of my front cover like this. So I need to get this so that I'm cutting it nice and straight. I'm going to do that, and then I need to measure where I need to cut off. So I need to sort of cut off right there. Okay, and then I'm going to attach that on here like this. So I need to glue the back of this branding strip. Honestly, the branding strip is just as precious as other parts of the paper, I'm telling you. And then so I'm going to put that right there like this. And that's my front cover. I still have to glue this, but you guys know how to glue it, so I don't need to show you that part. So this is part 1 of starting making En Vogue journal. I hope you come back and watch part 2 when it's uploaded. Thank you so much. Bye.